We can't make you a morning person, but we can make your mornings better. Switch on to 94.3 Royal FM.
Isaac, welcome.
Asante.
Last week you were in Musanze. You went
You were
to make
outside
money.
countries.
Just outside districts.
You were outside countries of Musanze. You came with money, the whole money bags everywhere. Yeah?
Looking for money in Musanze.
How is it looking
In
like?
Rubavu.
How is it looking like outside of Kigali?
It's green. It's cool. Okay, that side, not just outside Kigali. That side. It's green. It's temperate. It is raining.
Is it starting to look like Christmas yet?
It's starting to look like we're not going to go hungry.
Sounds good.
There will be food. But are people there making money?
People are making money everywhere. The question is, are they keeping it? Yeah.
People are making money everywhere.
That has always been Isaac's problem.
Yeah, that's
Do you
always
keep the money
That's the
you're
issue.
making?
Making is that only you make, but are you keeping? You make and it goes.
We are making. Meanwhile, the month just
You
ended.
make and it
we just made, but
evaporates.
have we kept anything?
It's already finished. Today is the 6th.
That reality always putting us every Wednesday, my
I'm
friend.
telling you, today is the 6th. Huh?
Yeah.
Today is the 6th. Oh, sorry,
Yes.
6th. Huh?
It is the
Man
6th.
is gone. We got paid on 25th.
Yes,
Those are 11 days ago.
gone.
Bye.
Even
bye.
like a small money that was remaining for
Gone.
me,
Survive.
I'm going for a watch party
Eh?
to watch
You see, these are people who are spending money.
to watch Trump and Harris.
Of course. And you will celebrate.
And
Of
how
course.
much?
And you will get a beer on Jesse's tab.
And how much money has Donald Trump sent to his account?
That's what you want to ask yourself.
If Donald
Get an
Trump can
answer.
help us and the dollar goes down.
Help you?
When he also wants him
Stabilize
to put
things.
it up.
That's like saying he'll help us by shooting himself in foot.
Totally.
Welcome to this conversation. When Isaac is here, the conversation is about money. And we just want to talk about, this morning, we had a conversation on choices. With choices, we were looking at the cost of choices that we make. And I remember somebody yesterday had mentioned to me something I think of importance. They spoke about postponing your health checkups. And if your current decision is, I want to do it now because I'm trying to save money, you avoid that routine health checkup and screening because you want to save money and time. And then what could be the future cost? Yeah.
Good question.
The future cost could be you had an oversight, like, man, I'm having this back pain.
You understand.
I think I need screening.
You understand.
But I've been postponing when I should go to see a doctor. And I don't want to be paying in the future. So many decisions we make today, but literally are affecting the future. And this is where Isaac comes in to just, sharpen our minds, also to give us that reminder of we need to be very, very, very careful. Isaac, last week we did not hear you quite properly. And the conversation was short term.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe today we could come back to some of these questions. One of them was somebody asking, how can I save money effectively if I am struggling with an addiction? I think I asked you that question last week, but we missed bits of it because there was noise in the background.
Okay.
Somebody says, I have an addiction. One of the addictions we know could be alcohol. To some, they have sexual addictions, woman after woman. And for every woman, the wallet also goes.
Or the other way around.
Or the other way around.
Okay.
Hey.
It's not just one way.
Just-
Huh?
Equality.
Exactly.
So he says, I find that a lot of my finances are drained by my addiction. To some, it's just
Shopping addiction?
smoking. Some, it is
Yeah.
just shopping, going
Food.
by.
Yes.
Food is an addiction.
Burgers.
Any kind of food.
Any kind
Hamburgers. Firiti.
And says it is very hard for me to
Jumbati.
keep track of where everything goes. And so he needs help.
Yeah.
I want you to come back to that. What did you recommend?
So last week we talked a bit about it. Eat, just generally speaking, eat medicine, eat food as medicine today. Some wise person said somewhere, eat food as medicine today, so that you do not eat medicine as food tomorrow. Either you will eat well and choose your food well, so that you can heal your body as you grow and treat your body with what you need as you grow. Or if you don't do that, as you get older, you'll be eating medicine pills and injections. You'll be chewing them as if it's a meal, a plate full of pills. And you have seen people doing so because they have this kind of condition and that one. You take 3 pills for one condition, 4 pills for another one, 2 pills to manage the symptoms of the 7 pills you have just eaten. You understand? Now, when we are addicted to anything, and by the way, addictions aren't always these open vices like alcohol and relationship addictions, drugs, things like this. Sometimes addictions are as simple as, or apparently, not because addiction is not simple, but appearingly as simple as wanting to please people. Simple as enjoying meals of certain kind in certain groups. These things drain our pockets. Because you're not in control. The reason why an addiction drains you is because you're not in control. So the issue is taking the problem seriously. Number one, this is a serious problem. Whether it is something as seemingly simple as just, I like to be with my friends.
It's an addiction.
You are out of control with your friend. And you can see it in your finances. You are always imbalanced. You're out of control in the way you want to show people how you're doing well. It's not. It's out of control. So the first thing is to realize is a big problem that needs to be addressed. The second thing is to get some proper help. Get out of your condition. Get out of the situation that you're in. Take some time outside. You travel to Kampala. I don't know if Kampala is the best place to go. Travel to somewhere in the forest, in the desert, and sit down somewhere and fold your legs and think about your life and read a book. Get out of the situation. Get into a professional service somewhere if you can. But addiction is a serious thing that needs serious attention and serious interventions. You're not just going to stop because you've chosen to.
For someone who is raising a family on a limited income, and I know parents, they love to do everything for their families, their children, but what you don't have control over is how much you are earning at the moment, perhaps. You can have control by choosing to find better opportunities, but if you decide to stick within the same environment, so it means it's the paycheck and paycheck and paycheck. And so this pastor says, I'm trying to raise a family. Limited income is what we have. But how can we decide between sending children to boarding school versus day school from a financial perspective? Because day school looks like it's a cheaper option, but then there's the pick and drop,
which actually doesn't make it any
There's
cheaper.
a supervising. There's a feeding.
There's food.
Now, these are personal decisions about what is better for your family dynamic. But the universal maybe approach to look at the issue is how are you best using what you have? Because money is always limited. Even Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are fundraising. So money is always limited. There's no one who has unlimited money. There's always limitations. And if money itself isn't the limitation, then there are other limitations that stop you from getting everything you want out of your money, right? So we have to understand that limitations exist. The question is, how efficient are you with what you have? Do you have to live where you live? Hard questions. Do you have to drive what you drive? Hard questions. Do you have to go out as often as you do? Do you need to spend on the desires that you have as much as you are spending? And are you growing anything to compensate for the difference between what you earn today and the lifestyle you want to live? These are the hard questions that we all have to ask ourselves, because you are not going to squeeze. This is the reason why. You are not going to squeeze everything you want to do into your limited income from a job. That's not happening. So we need to have a step back, a hard question about the way we are spending what we are spending, and whether we are planting on our money farm any money to grow beyond our salary. Those are the two hard questions you ask yourself.
But then, from a financial perspective, let's get back to this parent who is thinking it could be a cheaper model to sail through financially if the kids went away from home, because at home they eat
What are they doing at
different
school?
meals.
That sounds very painful. Eh?
The different meals.
Ah.
Sunday, Saturday, there's chicken
Special
at a
meals.
place as you go to the airport. They want to go there. Monday, they want a special dish. Tuesday, a special dish. At least at school, it can be a constant. You pay for the portion beans, and they'll eat that Monday to Monday. Morning is porridge.
But also, just
Afternoon
also,
is portion
there's some
beans.
schools that don't feed necessarily on that. They feed like real good meals.
Yeah, and you pay
Yeah,
for
the
them.
exotic.
pay for-
You will
And
pay for the
that.
good meals.
Yes.
So either way, you're going to pay. The other
Yes.
question is, why can you not? Why is it your children deciding what your budget for meals will be because they want?
Because we are told we are working for our children.
Yeah, you work for them, but doesn't mean that they get what they want. Just because you're working, just because I'm working for my child, doesn't mean I'm going to break my back so
Does
that they
not
can
dictate.
they can go to vote in the U.S. every other month.
We should not advocate for suffocating children. When they want some piece of chicken, they should get
For
a
me,
piece
I
of
will
chicken.
suffocate, and I will advocate for suffocation. Listen,
I agree with
let
you,
me
by
tell
the
you
way.
a story
You do not
from the
dictate.
president and the CEO
Yes.
of the Stingy Men's Association. Let me step in my role.
Oh, jeez.
Your
Isaac
children cannot decide. They are not adults. Even if they were, they're not the ones who are going out hustling for money. Your children don't decide what budget goes where. It is the parents in the household, the working parents or the whether you're working or not. These are the people who sit down and analyze, because you have to take consideration many factors other than the juiciness of the meat.
Some parents said that he told their kids that you were a squatter in my home. That was very painful.
That's further than I'm willing to go. That is further than I'm
no,
willing
that was
to
very
go.
painful.
That's
I
a
said,
bit
"Wait."
far.
Yes, I know. That
A
was so
squatter.
Hey, said
An
you're a squatter in my home.
unwanted liability.
You are supposed to deal with what I tell
No,
you.
we grew up, Jesse. We ate portion bean weevils as
Absolutely.
children.
We
Aren't
did.
we here?
No, very well.
Have we died?
And we're healthy.
And we are healthy.
Yes.
You have reached the age you have reached. Even me, I'm
But
there.
times have passed by.
No.
You don't give children Mizuzu Monday to Monday.
In fact, times are harder now.
Than the way they were years ago.
Because Mizuzu used to be X amount 20 years ago. Now it's X plus
Uh-huh.
today.
Even
It's more expensive
even
now.
prices have gone high.
It's more expensive now. And we are not earning at a rate commensurate with inflation.
So should we choose the day schools and not boarding schools? Because
I don't think choosing one or the other is what I'm trying to get at. My point is, what is informing your decision? Is the fact that you're looking for a boarding school, is it because you cannot manage your children?
to save some money.
Your children are putting you under pressure to spend. If that's the issue is bigger than which school they should go to. The issue is who is in charge at home. That's the issue. And it's better to get the root cause than to get the symptom. Manage your kids.
What are some simple ways to save money on everyday expenses? Simple ways.
Yeah.
Every day there are expenses.
One thing that recurs a lot, I don't know if that was the end of the question. Or there was
No, of course, we'll talk like groceries, utilities, without sacrificing too much. You, Stingy Men Association, you're not having to sacrifice
No,
too
you're
much.
asking two questions that are opposing each other.
Let's first deal with what's the
No,
easiest
no,
way.
no. Hear the whole question. What is the easiest way to manage expenses without? Without what?
Going back to the question. No, the question was simple. Simple ways to save money on everyday expenses like groceries, utilities, without sacrificing too much.
Now what are you asking? You're asking, how do I get from A to B without moving? No.
Okay, so me, I'm going to ask, what are the easiest
You can
ways
get there
No, you
moving, but
sacrifice.
move slowly.
The way,
to save money on
the way
home
to
groceries?
save money is
Yes.
to sacrifice. That's the way.
But how do we
Now,
save?
how do I save without sacrificing? How do I walk without taking a step? That's the question. How do I run without moving? Now, what are you asking? in order to save money, it means to sacrifice opportunity cost. Jesse began. You're saying there's a cost of making one choice versus making another choice, huh? If I don't take care of my physical health now, later, if I don't do my checkup today, I might get a serious problem that needs surgery in 10 years.
Yeah.
Why don't I take the small decision to eat dodo twice a day, every day, and avoid getting surgery in 10 years? Right? So you have to sacrifice. That dodo you don't like. You don't like the taste of dodo.
Is the more nutritious one.
Yeah,
Is your medicine.
You don't like it. You want nyama. You want fatty meat. But that fatty meat is clogging your arteries and giving you high cholesterol. Please, can you eat some dodo? Can you eat some vegetables? You don't like you have to sacrifice your taste for meat in order to enjoy your good life, good health. It's a sacrifice. Now if you want to cut your spending without sacrificing, that's not possible. We have to realize sacrifice is part of the mathematics.
But then also, when it comes to these home groceries, what are you supposed to sacrifice and what are you supposed to?
Maybe you're sacrificing the convenience of shopping in one place over another. Maybe you want to go to the AC shopping facility, and that
rather than going to Nyamgogo in the market.
Go inside the market, and you get it at a better price. Or buying in bulk, planning your month. So you purchase in bulk and get discounts. Or you see what I'm saying? There's a sacrifice. Or it means that you don't have nyama every day. It's almost like I'm an enemy of nyama. But I'm not saying this. What I'm saying,
Abattoir guys won't like you.
I'm not saying don't eat meat. What I'm saying is maybe you cannot afford to eat what you're eating every day. Maybe not only can you not afford it in finances, maybe even in your health. The things you like to eat aren't the best things to eat every day. Maybe you keep them once a week or twice a week. And make the sacrifice to eat more healthy and more cost effective so that you have more money left over.
Surprisingly, the ones that are more healthy are more cost effective than the ones that we think are better, taste better.
Generally, the ones that taste better are not good for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even
generally
costly.
speaking.
Yeah.
And also happen to be costly.
Listen, somebody says we need to be realistic and put into context some of this information that we give on the radio. Says Kigali demands and sets really higher standards. Like when you have to go for a wedding, you just do not appear. Even an old man comes in a borrowed nice suit.
Borrowed.
Borrowed?
Borrowed and dry cleaned.
Really?
There's
Like I
money there
enter a
also.
place and hire a suit.
Yes, hire
But
a
people
suit
hire suits.
to appear. People hire shoes to appear on a wedding.
That one is news to me. I didn't know people hire shoes.
Even me, I'm shocked. People are about to
This
even
kind
hire
of pressure,
vests.
how do you live and survive? Put it in context.
Don't
we,
attend
we
weddings.
love
This
to
is what
look
I'm saying.
nice. We love to, because everyone is coming looking nicer.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is
Addiction
where
of
the
pleasing people.
You're saying people don't hire shoes, people
No,
hire even shirts.
Isaac said in the beginning, the addiction cuts across. The addiction of pleasing
People hire shirts, hire necklaces.
appear. There's a thing I used to say on the radio, on this very radio, several years ago. I used to say appearances. Appearances. Somebody's going to come after me on our social media.
People hire Michelin.
Appearances are the death of success.
True.
That's where success goes to die. It's appearances. Because the same resources that you would plant on the farm, the same seeds you would plant on the farm to grow for next year's harvest, or next 3-month harvest, or next 6-month harvest, those same seeds, instead of planting, we are selling them at the market to go and rent shoes for one day. Now, what's going to go into the farm? You enjoy that by the end. You will enjoy that day
And you look
thoroughly,
stunning.
and
yes.
you looked very good, and people talked about you good. They talked of good things about you. They
And you
talked
look
bad
money
things
to
about
them.
you. But then when it comes the planting season, now when the early rains have come, you have nothing to plant. Appearances are the death of success. You must make a sacrifice, my good man.
But we
also-
should not appear for wedding in t-shirts as well, because we
Maybe you can't afford to go to that wedding.
But wait, do you have to go for the wedding?
Maybe you can't afford.
But also, you saw it's a very common disease
Get
lately
your
for,
life up
for this
first.
generation. We actually consider more appearance We care more about what the
it's
world.
this generation
Yes,
globally.
this generation is doomed for that.
Globally.
Bandele.
They have seen
Mandebe
it.
kabisa. I have to show up in style.
That
Yeah.
family thinks we don't have money.
The problem is you'll continue looking like you have money and you will not have any. When anyone scratches the surface a bit to really investigate you,
Nothing.
they will see that you are a house made of paper.
Jesus.
Paper.
Well,
Jesus.
Well colored papers.
reality.
As in, do we have to continue this
We
conversation?
can go to sleep. I think the day is over. Let's relax.
Reality. Some people are hiring suits right now for Saturday.
So you hire. The better thing to do is to go behind somewhere. Go get lost somewhere. Hustle and build yourself. Then buy that suit. And when people come to scratch the surface, they find that your house is made of bricks,
So that
metals.
so that you don't keep hiring.
Don't keep hiring.
You keep
But you know, there are
rebounding
some
the
kind
same
of
suit that
jobs.
you got.
There are some kind of jobs, like when you're an MC,
Yeah.
for every wedding, for every event, you cannot appear in the same suit.
I know it's a lot of
Okay.
work.
Okay?
But then
You-
also
Then
that's
you
why
also
need
can't
to appear
afford only
different.
to be an MC.
no.
You have to go do something else.
These
as
are the
well.
You can afford to be an
discussions.
MC?
You need a day job.
You know, these are the discussions we always have with us MCs. We always have with the guys who give us gigs. You have to remind the guy the money you're giving me. This is the breakdown. You're literally going to use that money. You have to dress up. You need a dress. You need a shoe. You need a makeup artist because you don't want to appear on someone's event looking
Crazy.
disorganized.
You don't look
So,
crazy.
but you also need to keep some money
Yeah.
on top of that because you've gone to work. You've not gone to work for only dressing.
Also, what value are you delivering that is worth all that investment that
Exactly
somebody
my
is dressing? So these are the things that you have to you have to build into your business models. You have to build into your lifestyle management. Otherwise, you're going to continue living in borrowing from Peter to pay to Paul. As soon as you bring a girlfriend to come and visit, or you want to introduce a lady or a young man, they come and investigate your life. Paper house.
I also know people who borrow apartments. But my girlfriend wants to visit. I'd like to
Now
borrow
you see
your
all your
apartment.
time
Hey,
you're
you're
spending
living
in
a lie.
networking.
Hey.
Because you have to, hey Jesse, can you please give me that place of yours just for one night?
One
I want to
weekend.
impress someone.
I'll give you the money. You go sleep
Give,
somewhere else.
give me your house. Give me your car. Lend. Basically, you're living a lie.
Exactly. And it doesn't take long to expose lies.
Isaac, when he comes around, he
Problems.
turns tables.
He's shaking tables with expensive drinks.
We have the news coming next.
Join the money conversation.